Hey there, folks. I'm Joe Crawford. Pretty much every day I go to CSSBattle.dev, do the daily target, and record myself doing it. That's what I'm going to do right now. Here we go. Oh. So let's use the nested template. We'll put red on the body. And I think our start is going to be border, the easy part. a border of 40 pixels solid. This color. Okay, so that's how you get that guy. Let's set margins 32, 7, 8, 82. Great. Looks like I have the width correct. It's a 40 pixel wide thing. So this background, I'm going to choose to do this with 2 gradients. The first gradient, what are the gradients? What are my choices? Well, I'm a big fan of the conic gradient for exactly this purpose. So let's create 2 conic gradients that do this job. And we'll go top to bottom. So I want to create, well, and actually, yeah, top to bottom. So we need colors, and so we're going to do at 50%, 10, 20 pixels, let's say. And we're going to say from 135 degrees. Again, you can use percentages for the color stops mostly when they're color stops, but the from must be a degree, a measure of degrees. So we'll do 25% of this inner color. So and look at that from, where the top is 0. We're going down and then halfway. So 90 degrees plus 45. And then we have the red color. So there. Now, it's in the context of having this background. You can't really see what's going on there. And then it's even more complicated by the fact that we have a background on this that it does surprising things when we're using a nested template, and that's what we're using. So let's move this downward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. And then the last piece that we want is a red conic gradient, and that goes on top of this. So it's going to be very similar. Very, 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 very similar. It's lower. So we'll say 5, and then part of it is so actually we can see that 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. I don't think those numbers are right, but that's okay. Let's set, so the from value, we want it to be red, 25%, and then transparent for the rest of it. And that's how I choose to do that. All right, so let's move that down. 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 80. So 80, 81. So you see in the diff there, we get a little bit of ghosting of where the anti-aliasing is. So like I've mentioned before, when everything's straight up and down, the pixels are happy, right? It's very straightforward to do a match on that. When you have circles, when you have diagonals, the pixel perfection is a little trickier because of what's called anti-aliasing. So we'll submit this and hope for 100%. If it is, then that's fine, and we'll stop there. But I think okay. So we're at 99.9%. That's exactly what I was describing. We look pretty close. Now I could play with the pixel values here. 2, 3, 4, 5, or 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 24.1, 0.2, and resubmit. But I don't have a lot of confidence in that. I could also try some other kinds of linear gradients. Oh, there you go. So So that's 100% match. And the correction was to adjust this to from 24 to 24.2 pixels, which is a funny result. Admittedly, I actually didn't think that I would get to 100%, but I've been doing this long enough to have a sense of where the problem in the math might be. So that sort of works. One of the other things we could do is a clip path, right? Um, so if we were going to do a clip path, what would that look like? Just thinking out loud. I'm thinking here. If I was going to use a clip path, what I would do would be to create two paragraph elements. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We're gonna make this element. All right, so we want the red on the body. Great. And we're going to create an element that's exactly the right size. So let's push this, and we're going to make two paragraph elements. The first will be just the bordered deal. Okay, so here we go. So let's do this. 3, 4, great. A little taller. 200, 210, 220, great. More margin, 80, 82. Okay, so that's thing number one. Thing number two, and I'm going to give it a distinct color background, black, margin, minus 100, 150, height. Do I need more margin there? 2, 3. Oh, we don't have anything. What's going on there? 10, 20, 30, 40, 70, 80. Do I have the selector wrong? Oh, I have background transparent. That's what I was doing wrong, which is hilarious. All right, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 122. So now I'm going to set that margin to be 122 entirely, and then create a negative margin here, minus 10. And then the height of that guy is going to be less. Height of 100, 120, 30, 40. We're close. 32. All right. So that's what we have so far. So here's the question. So okay, so here's what we're going to do. We say background of that one is this, and we say border is 40 pixels solid, this color, and then we're going to decrease this by 80. Is that right? 160. All right. And then we're not going to use the adjacency. We'll use a B selector because we don't have a lot that's shared across these two. And I'm going to just add a B. Boom. Here's the B. And actually, we'll add an A selector as well because again, they don't share that much. Is this a bad idea? Yeah, we're probably in the bad idea realm. That's okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. So that so the height needs to be different. 40. Okay. Now, they are now the same size. So we can actually move the height here because we've got a border on one and no border on the other. And we're going to set that background on A. Oh, actually, we don't need. So now we don't need the. So actually, the background on this one is going to be yellow. And now we do our clip path. Which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, I believe. And it's a polygon, so we're at what? 50%, 20%, 100%, 50%, 100%, 100%, 50%, 90%. Actually, let's call it 70%. Okay, and we're gonna have to adjust all these numbers. 0, 100%, and then 0, 50%. So there's creating that shape. We're a little high. We're a little low, actually. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18%. Okay. And then we're going to lower this 60, 70, 67, 66, 0.6, 67. We'll try 67, even though that now feels like the wrong number. All right, 50%. So this is, so now I'm doing the middle bottom. So let's make that less deep, 60. Yeah. And then let's make these numbers high. We can make clip path points outside. One, not too bad. At 110. And we'll turn this into 67. So that's a clip path. Not particularly good. Not particularly good. First thing I'm going to do is change this to be a pixel. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 24. 0.2. Is that same number? That's hilarious. Let's make this 50 pixels. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. So make those numbers 94 pixels. And that looks pretty good. That middle one, let's make that a pixel value as well. 50 pixels. 50, 60, 70, 80, 70, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 79, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. And then let's decrease this. That looks pretty good. 108%. Let's try 80%, 81. That looks pretty good. Let's submit that. So this is another technique, kind of time intensive, but maybe a little better than two conic gradients, maybe. And it is 100% match. So if we minify and unit replace and submit, do we get to 100%, or do we get a better score? I'm kind of curious about that. We don't know yet. We'll find out here. Yes, that's a better score. And we can make more optimizations here. I'm going to change that body to an ampersand, lop off 2 characters here. I can save a space before the hash there, and submit and make sure we're still in good position. And then we can boldly try to remove the 0.2 pixels. Let's submit, see if we have the same score. That may be less than 100%, but if it is 100%, then we're happy. That is 100%. I'm going to run unit replace again. 24 pixels reduces to 6 VW, and so that's also another gain. So yeah, that's fun. This is the alternate way, as opposed to two kind of. Oh, we got to resubmit. One more submit. Yeah, that's a fun one. That's a fun one. Sorry if I spoiled it for you. um, but please don't watch these videos if you haven't done the puzzle. If you don't, if you intend to do the puzzle first, and you can just come watch if you want to. Come watch how I do it, because I inevitably will do something weirder than what you do, maybe, or maybe you do. Maybe you're weirder. Your code is weirder, but super fun. Hope you're doing well. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Go make a web page. The world needs web pages, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.